Well, hello everyone and welcome to our Friday Live. It's so good to be back with you. A few thoughts as we begin here today. The first is I just want to make sure that you have watched Bolo Search episode 16 that was released just a couple of days ago. If you did get a chance to watch it, you might want to watch it again. I've spoken to several people about the content in that training session, and I've gotten some incredible feedback, and yet many of the comments that I have received actually completely missed the entire point of that training session. I've also had other people who have commented on the information that was covered and not realizing just how deep that topic really goes in terms of understanding the Bolo deals, understanding how to reverse engineer them, understanding that Bolo is simply an opportunity that requires you to look at what it is that's happening. And one last point, and that is that episode 15 and episode 16 and all future episodes happen to be taking place in the account of a member of our Internet Mastery community. In fact, this particular episode number 16, I was inspired to log into the account because we had a lovely young new Internet Mastery community member that had said that for weeks all of their deals were bad deals. Now, clearly there's no such thing. But in saying that, I logged in and took a look at the deals. And in Bolo Search episode 16, the very first deal that I found in that person's account was an unbelievably good deal. The difference between seeing it and not seeing it comes from experience. And we have way too many Internet Mastery community members that have been making the effort to start their own business selling on Amazon. And after 2 or 3 weeks feel like they're having a nervous breakdown because they can't find a product or they can't find something to sell or they're not sure what to do. And I just want to remind everyone that this is not a business that takes days or weeks or even months to learn. You are starting, growing, building, and scaling a real business. And if you've never had business experience before, you might not understand what that's all about. But the fact is that there's nothing on this planet that anyone can be good at in 3 weeks. Absolutely nothing. And so I just want to make sure that I'm being very clear with everybody. I love our Facebook community, but Facebook is not a place for therapy. And so the posts that people are making about how they're struggling after just a few weeks in, look, I get it, and you want to share that, and you want to feel better about what you're doing, but that's not the purpose of this Facebook group. The purpose of this Facebook group is to educate, to answer questions, and to help you to succeed. That's what it is. Now, I want to talk about a couple of other rules about Facebook because I think some of it's getting a little bit abused and misused. Number one, at no time has anyone in this entire Facebook community, and by the way, you're all here because you came to an event that I taught at some point in your life, whether it was in person or virtual. At no point have I ever promised, stated, mentioned, or said that we would provide support via DM or direct communication. I just want to make sure you understand that I have instructed Corinne to stop answering DMs unless she specifically requests you to send it. Now, she doesn't like this idea because she doesn't want to ignore anyone. And her objective and her goal, she's much nicer than I am, is to make you all happy. But at the end of the day, she is not your coach. Corinne is not a coach within a scope where anyone has one-on-one access to Corinne for coaching. I just want to make sure you understand that. And if you are sending her unsolicited DMs and she does not respond, it's because you're violating the terms of this Facebook community. We have an entire process set up so we can best help you, we can best support you, and we can best help you move forward. But when you don't like the answer that you get in the chat or the comment section of Facebook, so you start DMing Corinne, or you don't feel like you think it's fair that she deleted or did not allow one of your posts that was not consistent with what we want posted in the Facebook group, that you start DMing Corinne. I'm just letting you know that she's going to share that with me, and we're going to have to create a different game plan moving forward. We don't want to restrict anyone's access within this Facebook community, but we need you to be respectful, and we need you to understand Corinne's time. The other thing is that we have some students on our community that don't have one-on-one coaching. And if you don't have one-on-one coaching, that means you don't get one-on-one support from Corinne via Facebook or DM. And I don't want anyone to take that the wrong way. You can always upgrade your plan to get one-on-one support from a coach. The purpose of the Facebook group is to provide updates, insights, the daily group coaching, answer prevalent questions, and to help you move your business forward. One other point, and this is something that I'm seeing a lot in the Facebook community. And by the way, this is really frustrating to so many of our existing community members, that it's challenging for them when we see questions and comments that are easily answered if you just simply take a look inside of the resources that we provide. A question of where do I find the e-library, to me, is just, I don't know how to explain it, but it's not a good use of your time. It's not a good use of Corinne's time. It's not a good use of my time. And it's certainly not a good use of everyone who is in this group looking for solutions and answers as to how to grow your business. If you just spend a few minutes inside your app.internetmasterycommunity.com and literally look around, click on the links. I mean, 2 people asked this week about where to find the information on the repricer. There's a link. It says repricer. I mean, again, I'm not trying to belittle or bemoan or put anyone down that's asking these basic questions. Everyone's been new once. But at the same time, that is not the purpose of what Facebook is all about. So if it's not there, if there's no training video on it, if there's no video in the e-library on it, then we'll be more than happy to guide you and help you find it. But you need to look first. You really do, because otherwise it's just not a good use of everyone's time. I also want to just remind everyone that is new, that may be a basic member that doesn't have the BOLO deals, that A, you can get them by subscribing to them inside of the community by clicking on the BOLO deals page. But if you don't want them, that's fine. If you don't want them, but you need help product sourcing, you need to be watching the BOLO search videos. You say, well, I don't have BOLO search. I understand you don't have BOLO search. But if you want help product sourcing and you don't have one-on-one coaching and you are looking for advice and input, that's where to go. And even if you're not doing it the BOLO deals way, well, then you can at least make sure that you're understanding the concept and the process. And again, please don't take this the wrong way, okay? Because I'm really not, I just is what it is. But if somebody posts in the Facebook group, again, where to find the address to the prep center, I mean, come on, folks. I mean, usually it's those people that are not watching these sessions anyway, so I appreciate you all allowing me to vent. But we just gotta, in order for us to take this business to the next level, we need to have people in this Internet Mastery community that don't need to have everything spoon-fed to them. That's not what we're here for. We're here to help you grow and scale your business. And I'm saying this to you on behalf of the entire team, and in particular, Corinne, who would never say it this way or like this. And so I'll take the responsibility for saying it. All right? That's all I got to say about that. A couple of other things. Number one, the prices for InternetMastery.live in Las Vegas on August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd go up tonight at midnight. The pricing is $249 a ticket. It will go up to $299 a ticket. We'll keep it that way for a very short period of time, and then it will go up again, and then it will go up again, and then it will go up again. We're finalizing the venue, this maybe even as soon as today. But the event, folks, is not for 5 months. We don't need a venue. We don't need hotel space. You just need to get your ticket and book your flights. We will have plenty of rooms in the room block. It will be a great room rate, and it's going to be an awesome experience. This upcoming event in August will be the best event that we have ever held when it comes to InternetMastery.live. I'm not going to get into too much detail now, but if you're planning on going, I'm going, but I don't have my ticket yet, get your ticket. Otherwise, you're just planning on going. You're not actually going. Next thing is that in May, I'll release the dates in sometime maybe early next week. In May, we're going to hold, for the first time in Boca, a 2-day AI event that is not a writer event. So the last couple of AI events we've done have been focused on writing. This is going to be an all-out AI training where we're going to be talking about ChatGPT and Midjourney, but not at the basic level. We'll do a little bit of basic review. And so if you've been to one of these before, this is the one that's going to take you to that next level. It's going to be super incredible. I've already been working on the notes and the topics, and I'm so excited about it. We haven't even launched it yet. We don't have tickets available for sale, but be on the lookout for it. It'll be it's going to be extraordinary for you and your sales process. All Amazon integration related. We'll do some really cool stuff there. So I'll keep you posted. I haven't finalized the dates. The venue, of course, will be the Internet Mastery Global Headquarters. It'll be in May, and I'll let you know that as we get a little bit closer to it. I believe we still have 2 or 3 tickets left for the Writer AI event in Boca. I will post the link to that for anyone that still wants to join us for that. And so that's on its way. I want to do a quick shout out to Susan and Mark Lees, who are brand new Roundtable members. For those of you who don't know, we launched in Miami a program called the Roundtable. And the Roundtable basically puts me as your coach for you in your business on above and beyond the coaching that you already have and that you already receive. So that includes 2 full one-day events in the office together for, we were together, I think, from 10 a.m. until 8 p.m. And just sitting there working on things, all different types of topics. It was awesome to see sales over $1,100 by dinner time for the day itself, just as a result of some of the little tweaks that we made. They don't need a lot of help. They're already on a trajectory that's extraordinary. But it was an amazing experience. So I am going to be working with Marche a little bit later today. So for those of you that are in the Roundtable, look out for a call from her to schedule your opportunity to come in and get your first one-on-one, because I am super, super excited about that opportunity. One of the things that I talked about in Miami was not just sitting around and waiting for things to happen, but to make them happen. And I talked with everybody. It was just a few weeks ago. I talked with everybody about a new product that I was going to launch called PMZ, with a new brand that I want to launch called Board Nutrition. And I just want to give you an update. That product is now live on Amazon, at Amazon, and is already making sales. I think we made 2 sales so far, but still pretty exciting to see. Today we launch our 2nd product in the line. Next week we launch our 3rd product in the line. The week after that we launch our 4th product in the line. And the week after that we launch our 5th product. So it's going to be 5 product releases over 5 days. And I only tell you this because I think that sometimes people forget that I'm not just here to tell you what to do or give you advice or share my experiences with you. I'm in this business every single day doing the business. And you realize that one of the differences between Group A and Group B is that Group A is about ready, aim, fire. And Group B is about ready, fire, aim. It doesn't have to be perfect in the beginning, but you have to take action and you have to move forward and you have to do something. And that's where getting a ticket to come to Las Vegas in August is such a big deal, because it puts it in the books and it puts it in the calendar and it confirms that you're going to be in this business in 5 months from now. We have so many people that are still just dipping their toe in the water trying to figure out their path. When you go all in, you have no choice but to make it work. And so I'll share more of the journey with you. I'm hoping to have 12 new products launched this year, and then we'll see how many we have live and up and running and selling. They won't all be winners. I'm hoping they're all winners, but it's unlikely that they will all be winners. But we'll see what happens. And you don't have a winner if you don't try, and if you don't fail, you can't move forward. Now, I want to talk about two very quick things. I will cover this in a future video, but I just want to make you all aware of it. There are two things that are unique and exciting releases that are part of, actually three things that are integrated into the community at this point. The first one is that when you complete a prep form, there is a new link, a new icon with an A. And if you click that icon from your prep form, once your items are on the way to Amazon, it takes you directly to your Amazon account for your inbound shipping plan to know where it is. So you can see when it's en route, you can see when Amazon receives it, you can see when it is live and available for sale, all from that one direct link inside of your Internet Mastery community once the plan has left the prep center. So that is very, very exciting. The second thing is that the new functionality in Spy Rivals 3.0, where you can list the item, submit the prep form, and add your repricer data in, is incredible. And there was a little bug with it where it wasn't updating properly. That's been resolved. And so now what's going to happen is once you complete your listing and you complete that prep form at the same time, you can head over to your listed products page, and you need to give it a little bit of time. But what you'll see is the first checkbox is when it's submitted via Internet Mastery. The second checkbox will be when it is alive and available on Amazon, and that would be the old way of knowing to submit the prep form. And now that the prep form is automatically submitted, you'll actually see the prep plan number of that submission update as a new column in your listed products. It's really cool, and that's how you know that it's okay to buy it. And if there's an error there with the prep form, then you could either resubmit a prep form manually, sometimes that's going to be necessary, or that tells you not to buy that item because perhaps it's hazmat or gated, or you just can't send it through the FBA channel of shipping. So again, I'll do a video on the whole process so you can see it and we can detail it out for you, but those are some of the icons and the new things happening there. One other update before we jump into questions, and that is regarding the repricer. The more the repricer is utilized, the more success people are having. And somebody said something very interesting to me. They said, well, you know, it's $69 a month, and I can't believe I have to spend, I spent all these thousands of dollars to join Internet Mastery, and now they're asking me to spend more money. So just so you know, and we're all clear on the same page, no one has ever required you to buy anything. All we're doing is we're investing millions of dollars in technology that help Amazon sellers, a la our Internet Mastery community. And we just pass the price along. And if it makes sense and you want to do it, well, you should do it. Well, as I was sitting with Susan and Mark and we were going over their repricer, one of the things that I noticed was that since February of 2023 until February of 2024, so in 12 months, their repricer had more than 800,000 repricing activities. Now, I want to repeat that number, and I want you to think about this for a minute. 800,000 repricing activities. And you can't do that without technology. I just want you to understand that. Now, if you break this down and say $69 a month, and by the way, the repricer is going to $99 a month, just FYI, just so you know what's coming. $99 a month is approximately $3.30 per day. $3.30 per day. There are 24 hours in the day, which means you're paying approximately 13 cents an hour for this technology to work its magic. Now, if that's not a good value, I'm not sure what to tell you. But what I do know is that if you have and you are utilizing the repricer, I want to give you two takeaways that I had from working with Susan and Mark. Number one, stop changing your pricing all the time. That's what the repricer does. So some people will go in and constantly adjust, move it down, move it up, move it across. When you set your pricing, don't change it. Somebody said, yeah, but isn't it a lot of work? I mean, I got to go in, I got to set up the repricer, I got to put my minimums. Oh my gosh. Yes, it's a lot of work the first time you do it. It might take you 2 hours. I get it. And then what? You just let it go. This is an amazing technology. And there's two more things about this that I want you to know. Number one is don't keep updating your pricing. Number two, set your profit for 5%, 4%, 6% over whatever your cost is, whatever you're willing to sell the product at. This is the number one challenge people have in understanding how money works. They say, I don't want to sell it that low. I don't want to sell it for a loss. I just want to sell it for my good profit. And instead, what happens is, because you're not competitive price-wise, and price is constantly being maneuvered on Amazon, is a good way to say it, because you're afraid of all of that, you end up not selling anything. And now your inventory just sits there. So your repricer is set up, but your minimum is too high. And so you end up not selling anything. And if you end up not selling anything, you end up paying Amazon storage fees, and none of that's any good. We need to get our money back as fast as possible. Sometimes we just blow out the inventory. You know, all major retailers at the end of a season put items on sale, clearance, and closeout. Best example, that's a clothing store. Every 3, 4, 5 months, they blow out their inventory at 80 and 90% just to get the cash back in, get rid of this season to plan for next season. Well, with Amazon, we're not stuck to doing this every 3 or 4 months. And then the last piece that I want you to understand is you need to overcome your own fear and get out of your own way. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. People are afraid to set the price at 3 or 4%, 5% over as your profit margin. Well, what if it all sells at 4% in a few weeks? Okay, and you just got 4% back on your money in 21 days. There's no place on the earth that you could put your money in and get 4% back in 3 weeks and then reinvest that money. If you took your money and compounded it at 4% profit every month for the next year, you know you're in around 28, 32% annual return. By the way, Amazon's built its business, they're a pretty big company, on 3% net profit. 3% net profit, and it took them years to be profitable. And so what happens is that we're afraid to set our pricing too low, and then not understanding that just because you set your price low doesn't mean you sold it for that price. Now, maybe it does, but not always. The repricer and the magic of the AI in the repricer is that it moves your price up and down automatically based on the market conditions, based on what it learns about the movement. All of that is built in so that you win the buy box and you make the majority of the sales. So just because you set it low doesn't mean you're going to sell it for that low amount. It's very hard to wrap your head around that. And I guess I have one more point on the repricer. The single most important aspect to the repricer is not the repricer itself. The single most important aspect to the repricer is to send inventory to Amazon. Now, we have some people that have been working with us for a month or two. They're using the repricer, but they have 3 or 4 SKUs or listings at Amazon. And I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm just saying if you want to get the value out of your business, you need to grow the business by sending more inventory to Amazon, being less worried about it being perfect. It's never going to be perfect, and you're going to make mistakes, and you're going to have to blow some inventory out. But let me tell you what happens. And I've seen this a few times. People get the repricer, they turn it on, and their sales go crazy. And then a few weeks later, their sales dive. And now they say, well, I had the repricer and it worked, but it's not working anymore. Let me explain what happened. You had all of this excess inventory. The repricer worked. It sold everything. You didn't replenish your inventory. Now you don't have anything to sell. And so therefore you blame it on the repricer not working the way it should. The fact is that the faster you get your money back, the more inventory you can buy, the faster you can grow it, and the faster your income becomes more income that you can reinvest in the business. So this is a very, very exciting process in the learning of it, in the understanding of it, and as the business continues to move forward, we'll have more updates, more insights. We're very, very committed to doing everything we can to support our Internet Mastery community. But what it means is that you all need to understand that everything that you need is either in the e-library, it's in the dashboard. I mean, folks, there's people asking where the Prep Center user guide is. You'll know if you go to the Prep Center 2.0, there's an address at the top, and then right next to it, it says Prep Center user guide. I'm just saying, like, focus in on spending a few minutes looking around. And of course, all of our newest students get a 1-hour session with Preston where he goes through all of this and then sends you the video of him going through all of this. So I want all of our newest students to become the experts and the leaders so that the newest students that come in months from now will then be able to look up to you as you look up to the people who are currently the experts in our Internet Mastery community. So that's all I've got for you here today. It's a little bit of a rant, but a little bit of some education tied in. Be on the lookout a little bit in about an hour from now for this week's newsletter. It's got some super important information in it. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. And otherwise, let me stop here and see if I have some questions. I'm sure I do. Come on now. Post those questions. Let's take a look and see what is what. What's up, William? So let's see. I never said or promised in the DMs. However, we face so much new steps to learn, which is not part of our coaching class, or new features, or sometimes technical issues, emails gated. Okay, it's almost 3 weeks, and I'm sourcing it doesn't show up, and this is a busy. Okay, great, congratulations. And I don't say that in a mean way. I say congratulations to you. I never said it would be easy. What I'm asking you to do is I need you to do your part. You need to show up. You need to take the time to watch the videos. You need to study everything. And again, my whole point is, could you imagine if somebody had a baby and after 3 weeks, there's no instruction manual when you're a new mom or a new dad. There's a book called What to Expect When You're Expecting, but there's so much being thrown at you. And what are you going to do after 3 weeks? Throw your hands up in the air and wave them like you just don't care and give the baby back? Of course not. So if you treat this like a business, you understand things happen in that business, that's all fine. But my point is, you need to figure it out. And if you want more, you can upgrade and get more. We have people who are willing to help you. But I assure you that if you do not have one-on-one support, and that Corinne is not your support person, and if you need more, you can upgrade and get more. You can always pay for more coaching if you want more coaching. We're more than happy to do that for you if that's what you want in helping you grow your business. I do not have a date in May yet. I apologize. Most likely it'll be the second week in May, but my goal is to know that in the next couple of days. So very, very good. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Lots and lots of thank yous. Let's see. My last several items I added are showing every column as NA. Support said I have to add the info. I don't understand how we get this back to automation. Most of these items are not selling, and I don't know how to manually add the info. I think you're talking, are you asking about the repricer? Is that what you're asking? Folks, I want to make sure you understand that live chat is for tech support. Live chat is not for coaching. So coaching is for coaching. Live chat is for tech support, and Facebook is just for, Facebook stuff. So I'm not sure what the question is. But the AI event in May, will you train or talk a little about AI writer? Yes, I will. It will have some writer in it for sure, but there's a lot going on in the world of just AI itself. Whether it's about image creation, whether it's about voice creation, whether it's about video creation, there's a lot going on that we can use to grow and fortify even for product sourcing. We can use some AI technology now. So that's the concept around. So there's just a lot of us don't want to be writers, even if we have the AI to write the book, and I get that. A lot of people who want to be writers love that part. But the last time we did this type of AI event, we've only actually done one ever, and it was in New York in September, and this will be like 10x that event, just based on what we're going to be covering. So I hope that it's not, so to be clear, the May event is not about ChatGPT or Midjourney. You can figure those things out on your own. It's about how to fully understand how to use these AI technologies. Look, let me tell you what I did. You know the video that you all watched, those of you who came in virtually, the 1 hour preview where you learned about us and you came to pay your money, your $40. By the way, that's now $50. We raised the price because the price hadn't been raised in 4 years. So I just redid that entire 1 hour, 15-minute welcome session, all with AI. And the verdict is out. I've seen some results so far. It'll be very interesting to see. But so far, not one person that's watched it has said, wow, is that AI? I mean, it's really, really cool. So it's on the way. And we'll let you know. Again, we'll update the website, we'll update the dates, the pricing, the whole thing. The only downside to the AI event is that we're going to hold it in the home office. And everyone that's been there, by the way, has come away with a totally different appreciation. My favorite part of working with Susan and Mark was when they went into the prep center and prepped their own items. It was awesome. And so you get a totally different takeaway when you see what's going on But the reason that I say that it's a problem is because we can only have 8. Now we know how many people we can have. We can have a total of 18 people in the office. That's it. That's all our classroom holds. So it limits us in our ability to scale. Now, we will be doing some AI. So when you come to the event in August, the internetmastery.live in August, the plan right now is day 1 and day 2 to be Amazon and day 3 to be AI. But understand that we're going to have 200 plus people there. So it isn't the same kind of AI. In other words, when we do a big full day event, that's going to be sort of an overview, general observations, big screen, but no hands-on working. The AI event in the office is literally you with a laptop and a team of people walking around, sitting with you, you working with each other, and us doing it together live and figuring some shit out as we are doing it. And that's going to be the difference between those two. All right, let's see. Next question is, can we delete an item that has been listed but you don't want to sell? Sure, you can delete that in your Amazon account, but it will still remain in your listed products page. There's no way to delete a listed products item on the listed products page, but you can easily go into your Amazon account, select the item you want to delete, click the drop-down menu, and delete it. No problem there. So let's see. The new IM video, is it attached to the promoter link? Great question. It is the same link that we had before. The only difference is that instead of them watching the video of me presenting the class of why they should sign up, it's now an all AI generated class. If I didn't tell you it was AI generated, I'll tell you the truth, you wouldn't know. I mean, you'd know, but nobody knows. Nobody has said, well, what is going on here? This looks like it's AI. Nobody cares. At the end of the day, they have an opportunity. So my hope is that when you use your promoter link, same link doesn't change and send people to the initial overview, the free 1-hour class, that your conversions will go up, your signups will go up, you will make more money simply because the session is better. I mean, it's just way better. And I'm just super excited about that. So, awesome. Any other questions that you have for me here today? These have been a very lively session. Anything at all? And by the way, if you feel like I'm picking on you and you're the one that's been the issue in the Facebook group, don't take it personally. I mean, maybe you are, maybe you're not. I'm not singling out any person, but if you're feeling guilty, then and it resonates with you, then just do the things I'm asking you to do. We are here. The bottom line is we are here for you, period, end of conversation. But the reason that I spend hours and hours and hours. Look, I made this Bolo episode 16 video, okay? It was like a 15-minute video. It takes me 3 hours to make that video. When I made that video, I clicked the wrong button and deleted the entire thing and had to spend another 3 hours redoing it. It took me almost 6 hours to make that 15 or 16-minute video. I don't have a problem doing it. I was a little bit mad at myself. Again, shit happens. But at the end of the day, the frustrating part is not the making of the video. It's the lack of watching the video and watching and utilizing the tools and the things that are happening within the community. So we're working on ways to make it simpler and easier to navigate. We're working on ways of having better video and more video more frequently. So we're committed to making that happen. We just need you on your side to look around. When you go to the dashboard, for example, at the very top of the dashboard, there's a link. And the link says, download Fast Start Guide here. That's for all new users. But I'm going to tell you my favorite one. My favorite post, my favorite question of the week is, where do I get the link to sign up for internetmastery.live in Las Vegas? That was the one that pushed me over the edge. I'm just going to be real with you. That one literally pushed me over the edge. Not only am I posting a graphic in the Facebook group every single day, but if you go to the leaderboard at the very top, there's a link. And on the dashboard, there's a link. I mean, how could you be, again, if I'm insulting you, I'm not trying to insult you, but if you're really seriously looking for it, how do you not find it? Is that terrible of me? Is it mean? Is it mean? It probably is, but I don't mean it to be that way. So come meet me in person in Las Vegas so you'll see I'm not so mean. All right, let's see if there's any other questions that you have for me. Otherwise, I will wrap this up. One other thing we just added, by the way, can I just get a yes or a no? One of the things we added into the community is we're still finalizing it and fine-tuning it and making it better, but we have a new pop-up now. So I have the ability to put a pop-up message inside of the community. Now, you only get to see it once, but yes or no, in the last 2 or 3 days, have you logged into the app.internetmasterycommunity.com and seen a pop-up? This one would have been a reminder of Bolo Search 16 video. Did anyone get that? Yes? Just give me a yes or a no. I know we had several hundred people who got it, but then I had a few people tell me they didn't get it. So just give me a yes or no. Did you see the pop-up when you logged in? You say, well, I haven't logged in. Oh, oops. Okay, great. So lots and lots of yeses. I just wanted to get a little bit of clarity on that. Make sure you're all seeing it and getting it and all that kind of good stuff. So yes, it's possible that people just ask without looking. That's my whole point. That my point is look and then ask if you can't find. Right? Seek and ye shall find, something like that. I don't know how it is. But here's what I do know. I know that our Internet Mastery community has now sold $173 million. And I know that every single one of you started at zero at some point. And I know that every single person who's ever started to sell on Amazon has issues, challenges, roadblocks, obstacles, and more. And I know that if you just focus and treat this like a business, and you do your research within the e-library and the Facebook group, and you listen to, and one more thing, by the way, this is a new person thing. When you have a question or a post or a comment, if it's totally unrelated, like somebody asked a question about their Amazon account and it was a question on a post where someone was saying that they sold, $400 on Amazon. That question is never going to get answered. Like, don't hijack someone else's post. If you have a question about something, just post it. And if it's not appropriate, then it won't be accepted. For example, I'll give you an example of a non-approved post. We have people posting saying, I live in New Jersey. I was wondering if there's anyone else in New Jersey that wants to hang out and hook up and get together. Folks, this isn't a social group. This is a business. That's not what we're here for. We're the ones doing the teaching. We don't need the blind leading the blind. We need us to be able to guide you. So if you just understand what the concept is and realize that our entire team, particularly Corinne, who's leading this Facebook community, our entire team has one goal, just one, and that's to help you succeed. To get this community to $1 billion in sales. That's it. We're at 173 million now. We have 800 and whatever that means left, 827 million left. There's a long way to go. Some of you are going to get a big chunk of that. Some of you are going to come to Las Vegas in March. That event sold out. Some of you are going to come to the AI event in Boca in May. We haven't even talked about that yet. Some of you are going to come to Las Vegas and then leave the 2.5-day InternetMastery.live and you're going to go straight to the ASD trade show. You're going to buy your wholesale products and you're going to have the greatest fourth quarter you have ever imagined in your life and made more money than you've ever made possible. And some of you are going to sit back and just wait. You're just going to wait. We have somebody in our community who literally said, I want to learn how to do wholesale, but I'm not interested in going to Facebook, to im.live. I'm not interested in going to the trade show. I'm not interested in getting more coaching. I just want you to direct me to some videos or something that can help me with wholesale. That's like me directing someone to how to do a root canal as a dentist. It doesn't work that way. This is a business. So you've got to make sure that if you want the results, you can get the results. But you got to be willing to put in the path, follow the path to get to the place that you want to get there. So let's see. I'm not sure why someone just posted a media link, but I think maybe it's just a GIF. I can't see it because I don't see images here, but it looks like it must be some kind of funny GIF, is what I'm thinking. If we miss the March AI event, we'll be too far behind to attend the May event. They're not related to each other. Great question. Come one, come all to the May event. Doesn't matter whether you've never been to an AI event, or it doesn't matter if you've been to all the AI events. You come to the AI event in May, and it will rock your world. It just will. There's nothing like these little small 18-person groups, particularly on the AI. The only thing that beats it is the one-on-one events that we're having roundtable related. And if you're interested in 10xing and taking your business and putting it on steroids, this is how we do it. This is just what we do. And so I'm very excited about that. Yes, I see it's a GIF. I mean, I don't see it's a GIF, but I see the .gif, so I'm just concluding it's a GIF. You see how I put those two and two together? I was like, I wonder what that link is for, and then GIF. I got it. All righty, folks. Well, listen, have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend. I will see you all next week. Thanks for being here. And remember, no DMing Corinne on Facebook. All right, everyone. Talk to you later.